Hi, welcome to Flap. In this episode, we're in the Moogerah Peaks National Park in the Mount French section. The Mount French section is about an hour and a half's drive southwest of Brisbane. Basically, stick the town of Boonah, which is a pretty little country town, into your sat-nav and head on down that way. And just as you get past the town, you'll see there's a turn off to the right, which will take you up to the Mount French section. Look, we've been here a couple of times over the years. I quite like it. I think it's a pretty little spot. It's very quiet. There's two walks basically that you can do here. One goes out to the lookout. It's about 300 metres. It's not very long. It's on a nice paved path. Could be wheelchair accessible. Maybe a little bit of help is required. The second walk is a loop walk, which is about 800, 900 metres long. It's quite a pretty walk. It goes through a couple of different bouts of landscape. There's a very open wooded section, which is quite pretty. As you walk through, you'll hit a couple of little wetter areas, and you'll see there's these huge numbers of grass trees. You'll get a little bit of a lookout over the valley in one section, but then the really pretty part is when you walk through, there's a big section there full of wildflowers. In the middle of that, there's a big sandstone platform with a bench on, and look, take your time out, sit down there and really enjoy the scenery. One of our first walks ever was here, and we must have been in spring, and this whole area is just covered in flowers, and it's absolutely stunning. We came back a year or two later, and there'd been a fire through here, and this is all devastated. It's been a while since we've been here again, but you can see it's all nice and green, so it's really pretty. It's really nice to see that this has recovered so well. A simple walk, anybody can really do it. It's quite flat. It's well-formed, clear paths, a bit of bitumen on probably about half of it as well. To do the two walks, I'll give yourself an hour and a half, and that's quite leisurely and gives you time to sit down and actually enjoy the scenery. And as I said, we've been here a couple of times over the years. Haven't really had a lot of luck with birds. You'll get some, but usually in only low numbers, and quite typical of this sort of environment that you'll see around here. Today we've seen lots of grey fantails, a lot of rainbow beaters over the wildflower area. That's probably the biggest list that I can give you currently. In terms of facilities, the park's been upgraded quite recently, so there is really good facilities here. There's gas barbecues, table and chairs, a really good set of toilets. You can camp up here, but look, there's only a few spots, and really it would be limited to either car camping or if you've got a small camper trailer. Big caravan, there isn't the facilities for that up through here, and you do need to be fully self-contained. There's also a small walking camping area as well if you've just got tents. In summary, Moogerah Peaks National Park, Mount French section. Look, I'm a little biased. As I said, we've been here a couple of times over the years. If you were here just for the birding, you really have to give it a 1. But I find this a pretty little park, a nice walk, and quite peaceful. So I'm going to be a little biased, and I'm going to give it a 3. So until next time, this is Flap. Happy birding. Just as a bit of a footnote too, when you get here you'll see a lot of cars, but you don't seem to find anybody on the walk. Reason being, this is also a very popular place to go rock climbing. So when you go to Logan's Lookout, if there's a path you'll see that goes off to the left-hand side about halfway along, and that would take you down to a path that goes down the side of the mountain, and a very steep path, I have to say, that goes down the side of the mountain, and then people will climb back up the cliff face just to the left of that area.